Hi, this is Danny Doyle, and welcome back to my Fire Emblem Path of Radiance 0% growth playthrough. I'm joined once again by Jacob, and we are on Mekkah's bridge. I've got a couple of things to do in base before we begin, and then I'll cut to load the state where my preps are at.
The screenshot right before you perfectly sums up my opinion of Soren in the early game. 3 stars.
Really? I do not think Soren's all that good in the early game. Like, it's nice to have a mage for Chip, I guess, but he's so squishy. There we go. That's better. I thought you meant 3 out of 5. This was the only utility Soren has really had. Well, other than, I guess, like, he killed an Armor Knight at one point in Chapter 8. That was the clip of Soren attacking an Armor Knight is what Mekkah highlighted in PvP. I was just like, seriously, this?
A clip of you using a mage to kill an Armor Knight.
If anything says
that you're never gonna use again.
If anything says 0% growth's playthrough, it's definitely not Soren killing an Armor Knight in Chapter 8. I think Soren is so bad. I'm moving over Soren. We've already done the Soren character review. Which
we have way too many units to talk about here coming up.
Yeah, we have two on Mekkah's bridge to talk about. But I have converted Ike to a staff bot because he has the Ashera staff from the end of last chapter, and then he has the Ashera staff from the end of last chapter, and then he has the Hamern staff from that base convo.
Convo.
I'm just gonna go ahead and load where my preps were at.
No live preps?
No live preps, no. Because I want to talk about some of the things that I did. I mean, I did a lot of like item management and skill management, and I just want to immediately jump from talking about Soren, a bad unit, to talking about Ike's other potential boyfriend, Ranulf. I gave him some items that I want to be able to use, but didn't have room for on the people who are going to use them. What's your opinion of Ranulf? Yeah, Ranulf Sonic Sword. Forget kickboxing, he does wind magic now.
So, kind of like with Janolf and Ulki, once I get to this point in the game, I don't really use the Lagoose anymore. I've seen him work in the mid-game. Remind me, what gauge does he have? Does he have the weird gauge where it starts in the middle, or does he have the left gauge?
Yeah, he has the Ulki gauge. It starts in the middle.
So it takes him a couple turns to get going, unless you Lagoose Stone him, of course.
But that always feels like a waste, because like if you're gonna use the Lagoose Stone, I want to use it on someone like either Rayson or someone who has a 0 gauge, like Mordecai or Mariam.
So I've seen him work some, like maybe even some demi-band stuff in 0% growth. Can maybe do like some shoving.
I wonder Mariam's stats are just all around worse than Ranulf's stats. So he's probably going to be the new demi-band wielder for the majority of the game.
Would it be better, if you don't need Ranulf right off, would it be better to just leave it in his inventory and then kind of try to use him a little bit, transform, and then give him the demi-band afterward?
Well, I have the demi-band on someone else for this map.
Oh yeah, that's right, you need it on someone else.
But yeah, his stats are pretty good. It's just, again, we're at the point in the game where, like, I don't need a Lagoose, and I especially don't need an untrained one if playing in vanilla. That said, you better fucking believe I gave him Roar.
Yes! It's happening again!
We have a new Roar. We have a new member of Team Roar. Match
made in heaven.
Before playing 0% growths, I absolutely never... Oops, my alarm went off. This is a professional recording. Before playing 0% growths, I absolutely never used Roar. I didn't even know how it worked mechanically. Because it just, like... Soul is the best occult skill in a growths playthrough. And you have enough to give them to all your paladins. But I have a new appreciation for just having a Roar bot. It's a weird utility that Leth and Ranulf are going to have.
Yeah, my biggest thing with Ranulf is you can't forge his weapon.
Nope.
He has no 1-2 range.
Yep.
Has no Canto, and by this point in the game, in a vanilla context, you have so many paladins with 1-2 range. You have Falco Knights, Wyvern, that I never really find a use in deploying him. And I feel really bad about it because he's a somewhat important story character. And then I'm like, okay, you can keep exposition dropping me from the sidelines, please.
He's not that important in this game. I guess he does a little bit of exposition, but I feel like his story importance is more of a Radiant Dawn thing than a Path of Radiance one.
Also, to show how much I used him or paid attention to him in the cutscenes, I didn't realize he was a cat Lagoose until playing Radiant Dawn.
Oh my god.
I played through this game like 3 times before I realized he was a cat, not like a tiger or something.
He has a battle with the Black Knight where he uses cat animations.
I was too busy watching the flashy Black Knight.
Well, we don't get the flashy Black Knight this chapter, but he will show up next chapter. I am just about ready to leave base. I put the Demiband on Ulki because this is the Pitfall Bridge, and I wanted an extra flyer, so I benched Mariam. Yeah, I don't know that I have anything to say before just jumping right into it.
So, how do you like this chapter? How much do you like this chapter? Oh, hey, unit.
What are you talking about? I don't see anyone.
Oh, he's gone. He used his invisibility.
So this chapter is it's a narrow corridor with a bunch of sandbags, a bunch of ballistas, and a bunch of pitfalls, where if a unit runs into a pitfall, they will immediately get stunned. And they will stop moving if they have Canto or anything, like you can't redo their plan or whatever. Flying units cannot fall into pitfalls, which is why I have so many flyers, in addition to just, like, having good flyers. But yeah, I know there's a pitfall here. I've decided to, and I think there's some here as well. These two are pitfalls, I'm pretty sure. I decided not to pull up the map. I thought it might be more interesting to just go off of, like, what I remember and also, like, having to roll with the punches of falling into pitfalls.
More fun that way.
It is more fun that way. This guy has a droppable blizzard, so I really want him to not attack until I want him to kill. I want to kill him while he has a 5 use still.
So one of my favorite pitfalls in this map is I kind of don't want to tell you where it is because I kind of want to see you fall into it. Actually, that sounds like a better idea. Let's wait and see if you fall into it.
You fucking dick. Oh yeah, I made Tyronio the Daddy Spirits pink.
It'll look great with his white armor. So, think of falling into the pitfalls like running into an enemy during fog. If your turn just ends. Let's see how Titania's still holding up. Ooh.
Not great.
Oh, I guess that's a hand axe.
It's a hand axe, yeah. Do any of these guys have bows? This guy has a bow, and the only person with the Delphi shield is Tanith.
That guy has a really large bow, and a very long bow.
I think what we do is attack with the steel sword. Boop.
Tanith is so good.
I know, she's so good. Tanith is how I'm going to kill that blizzard guy, but I did some testing beforehand, and there really wasn't a way to reliably do it. Thwacker? Yeah, we'll use the Thwacker. There wasn't a way to do it on turn 1, so instead what I'm going to do is bait a bunch of these guys into moving, and like I can fly that distance with a dance.
Does he move, or does he just have 10 range?
He moves, but there's the sandbag, so he can't move, like, directly forward. Instead, he just, like, goes side to side. And he won't move if he can't reach anyone.
Yes. I didn't know if he was a stationary siege tome. I've seen some chapters where the siege tome will be stationary, and those are my favorite ones.
I think that a clever placement of a non-stationary siege tome can be good. Like I like the way that this guy is, where because of the sandbag, he will not run forward.
Yeah, I don't mind that as much. What I don't like is chapter, I think it's 16 of Sacred Stone, where there's bolting or purge sages that can just freely run around the map while you're stuck in the tight corridors.
Or that's coming up in Clash as well.
Oh yes, in Clash, where you're just stuck out in open fields and there's sages throwing meteors at you. It's my favorite way to spend time.
At least it's not Maniac mode, where there's sages with, like, there's, not only are there sages with meteors and boltings and blizzards, but there's, like, so many more of them, and then also a bajillion status stabs.
And a bajillion wyverns with short axes, and paladins with short spears, and...
yeah, just a bunch of 1-2 range options.
I want to see Vantage resolve Toronio in action.
I mean, he's gonna use Vantage now.
Did we end up showing off Vantage Toronio in the last chapter? I forgot what the last map was.
The last map was solo, so I think he got a kill, but he, like, it wasn't on enemy phase. But I did talk about how I went back and replayed a couple of chapters to give it to him.
This 2-hit KO was calculated, right?
I mean, the no damage was calculated. The calculation was, this is Toronio. Big Daddy takes no damage. I am still kind of stuck in terms of, like, because Tanith still can't reach yet. I could, like, with a dance or something.
Yeah, although that'll kind of put Racing in trouble unless you can clear all these guys out.
Well, the main issue is this ballista guy.
Oh, you can go hit that mate on the bottom with the thwacker. That'll do big damage. Trust me.
That's where there's a pitfall.
I know. I'm trying to help you make funny content.
I know how to make funny content. I just made that my 69 subscriber special, and it was the funniest thing in the universe.
I thought the funny content was inviting me along.
The funny content was Stefan crits.
The funny content were the Shannon crits back in...
Oh, no, that's not Shannon. That's Stefan. Fuck. They're the same unit.
No, you said Stefan right there. I'm talking about whenever Shannon kept critting us back in the big wall where you can recruit him again. Fun memories.
Yeah, no, for some reason, I thought you were supposed to, like, kill him with your Sword Lord, but I killed him with Stefan, and for some reason he just, like, didn't join. I don't understand.
Path of Radiance recruitment bugged.
Sounds like it. Let's move Toronio up. Big Daddy.
It's a good thing we're crossing this bridge so we can cross it again in, like, 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, once it's under Crimean control, we'll probably repair all the pitfalls, right?
Yeah, we have to fix all those out so people don't fall into them. This map frustrated me so much in Radiant Dawn. Like, wow.
Yeah, Say, one of the people who we talk to pretty frequently, says that he prefers the Radiant Dawn version, but, like, because you have more flyers, which, like, sure, you have more flyers and you can do things like Flyer Ferry if you're using the map. I don't especially care for using the map in the pitfalls. Oh, shit!
That was calculated, right? Shove him with Ike.
There we go. That was calculated.
Nice play.
Yeah, this will be fine. I do need to worry about... So, there's reinforcements from the rear. I mean, the big group is the Wyverns show up, and for that reason, Jill's not going to be advancing that much. But there's also Cavaliers and Swordmasters who show up at some point. I think it's a Swordmaster and a couple of Cavs, but it might be the other way around. But we do kind of get punished for this turtling that we're doing. This Toronio turtling.
Funny thing about that Swordmaster reinforcement is I've seen several times where that Swordmaster will have lower stats than the Myrmidons he appears with.
Yeah, there's a lot of that in this game.
It reminds me of Sacred Stone's normal mode. That'll happen a lot, where the promoted units have lower stats than the. Hey, look, he transformed. They'll have lower stats than the other units.
I mean, it happens on Sacred Stone's hard mode too, I think, because it happened to me in my draft.
Okay, I couldn't recall if it happened in hard mode or not.
I'm pretty sure it does, because I was pointing it out to Mekkah, and he was like, yeah, that happens in Sacred Stones all the time.
Yeah, I know it. I know there's like a sniper in Chapter 10 Erica route. Or maybe it's 9. Yeah, it's Chapter 9 Erica route. There's a sniper that on normal mode, I think he has like single-digit stats. Or very close to it.
I might have to take a single blizzard hit, because I really don't like the idea of just yeah, I might have to be fine with a blizzard hit, because I don't think she one rounds. Like, I could potentially do like a shove thing or a dance or whatever, but I kind of just want to take care of the archers so that my flyers can have free reign.
I think if you get rid of that ballista guy, it'll just take a lot of pressure off of some of the other.
Like, there's only 3 bolts left, but I just don't want to. One, I don't think it's very fun content to just show me turtling a bunch.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, nice! I got the longbow.
Oh, sick! A weapon for Shannon. Oh wait, we'll just give it to Bo Kieran instead, right?
That's the fun thing. Mounted bow users cannot use bows, or cannot use longbows. Mounted bow users can't use bows. Here we go.
Bo Kieran's still working out.
Yeah, he's a good unit. You should try it out sometime. I legitimately think that Bo Kieran is the best Kieran.
Oh, I will definitely be doing Bo Kieran on my next run. I need to play this game again for whenever I ever decide to play Radiant on hard mode in like 3 years.
So that you can get the proper transfers?
Yeah, so I can actually get good transfers. Instead of transfers on Astrid and Marcia.
I mean, didn't you make use of Marcia for like triangle attack shenanigans?
Yeah, I've tried to make her work.
Man after my own heart. Not the Marcia part, the triangle attack part. I fucking love triangle attacks. Oh, fuck! The first pitfall.
You have to learn how to do on-screen counter gimmicks now, because we have to use a pitfall count. Nice miss.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Oh no, now that Stefan fell into a pitfall, he's going to stop using his Jagans. We need to get him out of there fast.
What are their res? What's your res? You've got Bjork Guard. 12 res, 10 res. Okay, so we'll send you. Because, like, Blizzard does deal effective damage, which is where my concern comes in. I know that mage does not move. The one by the pitfall. The one by the untriggered pitfall doesn't move.
Yes. He's there to bait you.
But he takes all of these calves, and he takes the Blizzard. But I think with Bjork Guard, he's probably fine.
Probably.
I'll fly Ulki up there for 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he has bond support at this point. And then Stefan gets healed. Oh.
This will be fine.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Hey, Jill, how you feeling?
Mm.
I love the Siege Tome animations in this game for the map I think there are only, but I think they're great. Nice crit.
Yeah, they're only map animations for the Siege Tomes in this game. Because the way that they do animations, they couldn't do the thing like they do in GBA where it just like scrolls very far. Like
yeah, that makes sense.
The way that they have Path of Radiance animations laid out just kind of necessitate.
Yeah, they're meant to look more grounded and realistic. I use realistic in quotation marks. But I love the Siege Tome animations. They just feel so potent and strong.
There we go. Heal up Ranulf. You want to heal up Jill? No. I've been playing too much Fates. I'm used to, like, Azura healing everyone near her. Yeah, 12 strength, 13 strength, 16 speed, 16 speed, 9... At least he has higher defense, I guess. Yeah.
And, like, 1 more point of HP.
And more movement.
Well done.
Movement is the most important stat, so...
So is Ike gonna take care of those guys?
He might be able to take on one of them, but he probably gets doubled in crit to death, so doubt it.
Okay, then let's try it.
Got the blizzard.
Well, unless the Swordmaster moves first.
The Swordmaster does move first. Well, also the Swordmaster's the only one that reaches.
Oh yeah, they're stuck behind the thing, the fence.
Well, and also the Swordmaster has +1 move.
I figured since the left Myrmidon was closer, it would make up for it, but maybe. I don't know what
I've been playing way too much Fates. I genuinely just thought about dancing for Ranulf to boost his stats because of special dance.
I get pretty used to that too. I got used to doing that in Fates a whole lot, where I would purposefully like wait with someone just so I could dance them and wait again.
I mean, I definitely think like it is sometimes worth using a dance as a rally. Usually not. Usually it makes more sense to use a dance as a dance.
It reminds me that there's a patch you can add in FE Builder. You can add to FE7, where when you use Ninian's ring, it'll function as the ring and a dance, so you don't have to give up your dance function.
That's pretty cool.
Because it always frustrates me that you can't use the ring to dance someone and give them the stat buff. You only get one or the other.
Yeah, it makes the rings functionally useless, I think.
I still think there are some times where I'm like, oh, I would really like to have +10 defense res for this turn.
I mean, I thought I would use them a lot in 0% growths because it would be important to like boost stats there. But as it turns out, other than like I think maybe I used them in the final chapter twice. Like I think I boosted Athos's defense for taking on the Uhai room, and I think I boosted Athos's might for attacking the fire dragon and hoped for a crit, and it didn't even crit.
I know I've seen sometimes. I know sometimes for Fila's might, if you're using like a brave weapon, I remember seeing in a 0% growth run. I think it was Mekkah's 0% growth run. He used Fila's might on Vida a couple times with the brave lance, so he could quad some bosses.
Yeah, I know Don sets up a Fila's might crit for the fire dragon, like a Luna crit Fila's might. There we go. Vantage doing work.
Exactly what it's supposed to do.
And I know, like, I don't think the rings are as good as I thought. Like, people talk about the rings putting Ninian and Nils on a whole new level as a dancer, but I really don't. Oh, no. I don't think they would be that much worse without the rings.
No, they wouldn't be that different without them. Because you primarily want them for their dancing. Yeah. That's like saying Sylvia is better than Layla because she can fight with a slim sword. Like, it's cool that she can do it. Oh, are we going Super Bird?
I mean, Sylvia is better than Lalum because she joins relatively earlier. She also has a pretty good joining situation, I think.
She has Miracle. Good Miracle.
I mean, I like her joining situation in that, like, maybe it's not that it's a good joining situation. I just think it's fun. Ugh, my cat is in the way. Oh no! Knocking over the microphone. Professional video, I swear. She just wanted to see more Catboy action.
I know there's definitely people out there that enjoy their Catboys.
I am not one of them. See, I don't have a super dance setup. I guess I could, like, attack with Titania. With the Braum.
I mean, what if...
And then do a setup with Titania Kieran.
Yeah, that could work.
Move these guys for... Well, so the thing is, I don't want to advance forward with squishies because of the ballista. Like, it's a ballista, and I think there's another siege tome somewhere. No, he's got the physic. Oh, wait. I can just do this, right? Yeah, I can just do that. I can just wing spear him. And then I don't have to worry about going forward with the squishies.
I know that Sage has a tornado, but I guess she has the...
I mean, she's got full guard. She's got full guard and 13 res. I think she'll be fine.
Although I don't think he moves. So...
God damn it! No!
You found it! The pitfall.
Can I trade with him?
I love that pitfall because it's right where you'd want to attack that sage from, and the sage doesn't move.
I hate you so much. Wow. Janaf and Ulki, good units. Teaming up to kill a cat.
Let's go. Cats are best Lagoos, confirm. I'll remember that for Radiant Dawn.
How much do you...
Oh, look at that, he kills. Oh, but does he get killed in return? Does... I'm sure Janaf doubles him.
Okay, so I can take care of these two, is what I can do. And then, I'll use, like, the super dance to take care of the cat.
Sweet. Janaf's not gonna run out of gauge anytime soon, is he?
I mean, if he does, it'll be on enemy phase, which will be good. He is pretty low. He was at 12 a little bit ago. He's at 9. Is at 6 now. So if he gets attacked, he'll lose 1, then he'll lose 2 next turn. So he'll still be transformed.
Okay. I'm still not an expert on how much gauge is gained. How does Ike do against the Myrmidon? We'll never get to find out.
We'll never get to find out.
How does Jill do against the Myrmidon, though?
I mean, I guess we'll send him this way, sure.
Oh, he's got a longsword. You better get Kieran and Titania out of there.
I mean, I unironically put some effective weapons on the Lagoos to hand over for killing Patrine.
Oh yeah, should we talk about the boss of this map? Or should we wait until we actually reach her through all the pitfalls?
We can talk about her when we get to her. Or we can talk about her now, actually.
Oh, wow.
Wow, fucking... I mean, cats are good. Cats are fucking fast. Fire?
So,
Can I set her on fire? Not you.
Say, wasn't there like a part of the plan where you said we're gonna kill the cat with the super dance?
That was the plan.
What
I mean, what I can do is just sort of choke the point with these guys.
What if you bow chip with Kieran?
Neither of them dies, so I can...
Okay, I was wondering, what if you thunder chip and then finish with Titania? Or is that enough damage?
I mean, I think... The cat doesn't kill anyone.
Okay.
Potentially puts Stefan in some danger, but not enough that I'm, like, super concerned.
Sound good.
I do want to start bringing reinforcements out, simply because I want to deal with the wyverns when they show up. Oh, so close.
Oh.
Would have been nice. Was
kind of hoping he'd get hit so we can get put into resolve range.
Yeah, that actually would have been pretty good, but
I want my resolve Tyronio.
It's gonna happen on Clash at least.
So much damage.
I know, right?
Oh no, not the handbag.
I mean, 6 damage. Plus a ballista hit.
I know there's some pitfalls up ahead. And I think I remember where one of them is.
I always forget. I know the last couple of pitfalls are pretty annoying. I know that it's really obnoxious moving through this area where I'll highlight the area, but it's near where Tyronio's at. If you move through there, like, because the way that selecting the cursor will tend to go for like the path of least resistance, it's really obnoxious in that. So this and this are a pitfall, but like if you try to go up to here, like it's just like annoying having to arrange your cursor.
You have to draw out your cursor to go a specific way.
Meanwhile, I will do this.
What if you cover the top pitfall so Tyronio can cross it?
I could do that, but I want to send her down to help deal with the wyverns with the sonic sword.
Okay. Hey, that one wyvern looks a little different. I wonder if he'll join us if we talk to him.
He probably will. But for now, we're gonna do a little bit of the old runaway.
Running away is a pretty good strat. Hey, Ranulph, how you doing out there?
His gauge is probably pretty low, right? Yeah, because he's done a lot of combat. So
that
he's down to 7. I want to set up a dance, don't I? Like there. So
you can always tell when a turn is going to be efficient because your dancer is one of the first things you think of. There's nothing like getting like 7 units into a turn and going, oh, I have a dancer. I have to plan out a dance.
So if I shove, because does he reach? He reaches there on his own, so I don't need to shove. Okay. So what I'll do is not quite. Okay.
Attack the cat up close. Okay. Interesting maneuver.
There we go. Attack with Stefan.
Easy.
And then let's move you. Move you. Yeah, move you there. Move you there.
Interesting maneuver, if I've ever seen one.
Well, I wanna heal my. I wanna do like a dance heal type thing. So put you there. Yeah. Staff, mend, and then I'll dance and I'll get both the units who I need to move down towards Wyvern Town, and I'll get the I'll get both the units who I need to move down towards Wyvern Town, and I'll get the both the staffers, so I can start moving them as well. Because I don't think I have any additional heals to do. Except maybe Ranulph. Nope, he's at full health. Is he the one with it? He's the one with the Sonic Sword. Okay, I thought so. So then we will take the Sonic Sword from him.
Oh, you can use the Sonic Sword to kill the Brave Axe guy at 2 Rain, so you don't have to take a counter.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
I'm sure Stefan will do great against him.
I mean, Stefan has 8 magic. So he's not that much worse with the Sonic Sword than Marcia would be. Or not Marcia, Tanith would be.
I was going to say, wow, you remember Marcia after you ruthlessly used her as bait.
Janaf, you can fuck right off. You're gonna be not very useful. And we'll move him.
Hey, last I checked, we're still playing Path of Radiance, right?
Yes, why? What's wrong?
Because we're going right across the bridge.
Yeah. I want all hands on deck to deal with Har Squad. Normally, at this point, like in a vanilla run, I'm basically at Petrine by now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like Jill and Har can clean up the wyverns on their own, and maybe I leave someone else back there to help out. But I want all hands on deck for the Har Squad because the Paladins show up at the same time as he does.
Yeah, there's the cavalry up there. know,
Yeah.
it'd be really cool if there was a way to immobilize that paladin for a turn.
Oh, I mean, why do you think Vernulf exists?
Oh, I thought he was like plot important or something.
Oh, I forgot to fucking heal Tanith again.
Uh-oh.
Well, I mean, it's always best to end episodes on a mistake, and we're about 30 minutes in. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll be back with some more, another daddy. We'll be back with Har. Bye-bye.
Pitfall.